Welcome to another virtual improv adult show with the LA Connection players. This cast, some of them, it's our third show, some it's a brand new show for them. So we're very excited to have some new players along with some of our regulars in an improv show based on suggestions I'm going to give them. The cast does not know what the suggestions I have written up for them, but they do know the games they're going to be playing. So today we have a takeoff of a virtually bad Zoom meeting. I'm sure you've seen a few of those, maybe even been on a few of those. We have the Newlywed Game, the famous show from television. We have an intervention. We have some superstitions. We have some crises, and we're going to go to a hotline and see if we can solve their crisis. And then we have some preachers today, plus another scene, a surprise scene we're going to do. So it's a great show today. Again, all improvised. And I'm Ken Scove. I'm the host of the show, founder of the LA Connection since 1977. Let's introduce our cast today. We have Judy Lee.
I want candy.
We have Deborah Kaye. We have Julius. We have Mijo all the way from Japan. We have Keyshawn.
Oh, hey.
We have Dominic. We have Andre, who lives in a subway station.
Hello. Don't be late.
We have Lynn. And we have Deborah. Okay, the first game we're going to play is called Virtually Bad Zoom Meeting. Now, I'm sure you've seen them or you've been on them. I have a fifth grader, and I'll tell you, they unmute, they mute, they leave meetings, they freeze. Everything that can happen happens in a virtually bad Zoom meeting. Today, it's the first day of college for a lot of these students. I'm their professor, and we're going to do a little meet and greet and try and find out what their majors are. So let's start out with Judy Lee. I know you're an exchange student. Welcome to America. We're very excited for you being here today. What exactly are you going to make? What are you drinking? Wine? No. We don't want to have wine in the class. Yeah, I saw you. Yeah, I saw you. Okay. Well, how come some of you guys are minimizing? Stay in the thing. Okay. All right.
What are we having for dinner?
I don't want that green. What dinner? No, I was trying to get with Judy Lee and talk to her about her major. What? No, what are you doing eating?
Yeah,
there's no food in the class. Andre, what are you doing? I don't need to see you undressed. What, are you taking a shower? Oh, my God. What? Keyshawn, I don't need to see your chest. Yeah, move it up so we can see your face, okay? Mijo, move back from your camera a little bit. What are you doing? Putting makeup on? Oh, my God.
What's happening?
Okay, she's putting lemon on her eyes? Okay, who's eating the chips? Who's eating the chips? No, that's you again, Judy. I was going to talk to you, but I'm not going to talk to you with your mouth full. Mijo, what are you doing? Are you shaving? What is she doing? Is she shaving? Oh my God, she's doing ball stuff. This is.
Hey, what time do you think
Andre, you just got out of the shower.
Keyshawn.
Who's saying dinner? Is that Dominic? Dominic. Okay. Andre, please.
Hey.
We don't need to see you in the shower.
Oh, shit,
Can you
I'm sorry
maybe
about that. My bad.
Yeah. What is Judy Lee doing? Judy, stop. What are you doing?
I'll turn
okay.
off my
All right.
mute
This is getting.
button.
Yeah. Turn off the mute, Dominic. We can hear you off there. We hear you. Okay.
Snap.
What is this?
Whoa.
What is that? Pikachu or something? I don't need to see Pikachu.
I don't wear lip gloss for you. I wear
Julius,
lip gloss.
what are you doing? Laundry? You're doing your laundry in the middle of class? This is sick. You guys are sick. No,
I'm
not learning anything.
Oh my God.
Lynn.
Wait, am I?
Okay, Princess.
Am I muted?
Okay, what? Who's muted? Okay, what is he doing? I'm seeing his butt. What is going on? I don't need to see your underwear, man. Come on. All right. What are you blowing a whistle for? Okay, you're weird people. All right, Mijo, wait, can you sit down? I don't even know what you're doing anymore. You're getting me nervous. Judy, what are you doing? Bondage or something? What's happening? Deborah, where are you going? Dominic, do you have a shirt on, Dominic? I see a dog's eyes. What's the dog doing in the class? Dominic, no. What are you taking me into your bathroom? What's the dog doing in the class? Okay. All right.
Sorry, I'm ready.
Okay, I got it.
A little late.
Okay, look. Okay, I'm thinking. Oh God, listen. I'm actually going to think about taking a sabbatical.
Hey, you didn't answer my question.
Yeah.
No, this guy's crazy. I don't know what to pay money
look,
for.
Guys, Okay,
Is
who's
this going to be on the final?
Mute yourself. That's Judy again. Deborah, I don't know. I can't get.
Stop
You guys are out of
spawning.
control.
Jesus.
Listen, I'm leaving. I'm going to get a sub. You won't see me again. You're the worst class I ever had. What are you doing? What are you going in and out of this? What are you doing to me? Okay, I got it. All right. That's it, guys. The class is over.
Too much.
And that was our virtually bad improv meeting. Oh, you can see how bad these guys really are. Now let's bring them all back to normal, okay? And bring them all out for the Newlywed Game. So the Newlywed Game is a game you've seen on TV. It's been on the air for many, many years, hosted by Bob Eubanks. We have 4 lovely couples here today. And make sure your mute button's on, Lynn. We're not in virtually bad improv anymore. Okay, so put your mute on. There you go. All right, so now what we're going to do is meet and greet the couples and find out how they first met. So first, let's talk to Julius and Lynn. So Lynn, now you can unmute yourself and tell us how you met Julius.
I met Julius at a strip club.
Yep.
Yes, I did.
Oh.
But Julius, who was the stripper?
Well, I don't want to toot my own horn here, but it was me. And a little fun fact, I'm a paraplegic, so I like to challenge myself.
Ooh.
Okay, that might be a little bit too much info for the show. Well, thank you two. Go ahead and mute yourself again. A strip club. Okay, let's go to our second couple. That is Andre and Mijo. So Mijo, how did you meet Andre?
Well, I was going on to a cruise ship to Greek island, and I met him on the cruise.
Okay, Andre, what's your story?
Yeah, on this cruise there was like a karate class, and it was pretty odd, and I wanted to try it, and it was like love at first sight, and it didn't go that well at first because I must confess, I tried to kiss her right away, but she kicked me right away. She told me like I never kissed at first date, and this is not even a date, so. But it went better. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to our third couple, Dominic and Deborah S. So Deborah S., how did you meet Dominic?
We met in boot camp.
Boot camp?
Boot camp.
Can you elaborate a little? Okay, can you
Sure.
elaborate a little on that?
Sure. We both enlisted in the Army and we're next to each other day one.
Dominic, what's your memory of that?
Yeah, that is true. I wasn't planning on marrying her. I really just joined the Army to do something with my life and become a little bit more of a man. And well, since meeting Deborah, I think that I've been able to accomplish that. So yes, we did meet in boot camp.
Okay, great. Let's go on to our fourth couple, which is Deborah Kaye and Keyshawn. Deborah Kaye, how did you meet Keyshawn?
I met him at the LA County Prison.
Okay, Keyshawn, you want to elaborate on that?
Of course, yeah. She was one of my inmates, and you're typically not supposed to like date or flirt with, but I just couldn't help myself. I don't know if it was the jumpsuit or what.
Okay, well, I'm now going to go to Judy Lee, our announcer, and she's going to tell you what the consolation prizes are. Judy?
Yes, thank you, Kent. The consolation prize for this nice event is the Extincted Cruise Line. And what the logo is, where our remains is your scenery.
Thank you, Judy. So that sounds like a wonderful
You're welcome.
consolation prize. We're going to have a grand prize later in the show to figure out who might get that big, exciting prize. But first, what I'd like to do is send off all the guys. Okay, go off and take out your buds so you can't hear us. But remember to come back in when you see me doing this.
Love you, honey.
So all the guys can leave now. And now let's go on with the ladies. Okay, so the ladies, the first question I'm going to ask you is, does your man like beer or wine more? Let's start with Lynn. Does Julius like beer or wine more?
Oh, God, he loves beer.
Okay,
Lager
beer is
beer,
what we're
but it
looking
just
for.
has to be beer. Any
Beer,
beer.
yeah. If he likes lager beer, just beer, yeah. We don't even know though the brand. Okay, let's go now to Deborah Kaye. Deborah Kaye, what kind of beer does Keyshawn or beer or wine does he like? Beer or wine? What do you like?
Keyshawn likes wine.
Wine. Okay, that's what we're looking for, wine. Let's go to Mijo now. Andre, does he like beer or wine?
Definitely wine. European wine.
Wine. European wine on top of that. Okay, and now let's go to Deborah S. Okay, what is it would be let's see who your part Dominic. What does Dominic like? Beer or wine?
Dominic is going to want to say beer, but it's really wine.
Wine. Okay, stay with me now, Deborah S., because I have the second question for you. Where was the first place you kissed? The first place. We're looking for the where.
Okay. I had to push him up over that that little wall you go over during boot camp, you know, before you run through the little tires, and he fell in the mud on the other side, and I landed on top of him, and we kissed in the mud there.
Okay, so you're looking for boot camp was because that's where it was. Okay, if we can get mud on top of that, fantastic. But if as long as he says boot camp, that was the where. Okay, let's go now to Mijo. Mijo, where was the first place you and Andre kissed?
Well, actually, it was in a bathroom.
A bathroom? Was that a bathroom on the cruise ship?
Yes, actually, it was on the cruise ship.
Okay, so we're looking for cruise ship. If you can say bathroom on top of that, fantastic. But the where was the cruise ship? Okay, Deborah Kaye, can you tell us where Keyshawn and you first kissed?
We first kissed in the fingerprint line where you're getting your fingerprints.
Okay, so that was at the jail then?
Yes, that was at the jail.
Okay, all right. If you can get fingerprint line on top of that, but we're just looking for jail. Okay, and Lynn, where did you and Julius first kiss?
We kissed in the hallway that was going to the restrooms, but the hallway in the strip club going toward the restrooms.
Okay, so
Because
we're
he's
looking
in a
for strip club.
wheelchair, so he
Right.
has to be in the hallway.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, let's bring all the guys back in. Bring all the guys back in. Come on in, boys. Okay, there we got two of them. Come on in. There's three, and there's all four of them. Okay, wonderful. All right, we're going to start with Lynn and Julius. Julius, we asked Lynn, do you like wine or beer better? And what do you think she thought?
Well, if my honey bear knows me well, she knows that I'm a man who prefers beer. That's all I ever drank at the strip club. Also, that's all I could ever really reach for, anyways. So,
okay.
I love you,
Lynn, what
honey
did you
bear.
say?
I
Okay, I guess
said
she said
you
beer.
drink beer. Yeah.
Okay, so Julius, go ahead and put a 1 up next to your name, Julius. You've got 1. All right, let's go to Mijo now. Mijo and Andre. So, Andre, what do you think Mijo said? You like wine or beer better?
Oh, she knows I love wine.
Wine.
Is that a
Okay.
real question?
Let's see what she said. Let's see what she said.
I knew it. I know you love wine, honey.
Yeah. She even said European wine, okay, because you are a European from Italy. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and put 1 up next to you guys' names. All right, now let's go over to Deborah Kaye and Keyshawn. So Keyshawn, what do you think Deborah said, wine or beer?
Well, I know she knows me, and she knows that I just like to throw them back every now and then. But I'm a wine guy.
A wine guy. Okay, so what did she say?
Yes, I said wine.
Okay, excellent. Okay, we'll put a 1 next to both of you guys. And let's go to Deborah S. and Dominic. Dominic, what do you think Deborah S. would say? Wine or beer?
Well, she knows that I'm trying to get a dad bod so that I can give off the vibe that I have more testosterone. So I'm gonna say beer.
Beer. And what did she say? What did she say?
I said he'd say beer, but that he'd want to say wine.
Oh, so was your answer beer or wine? Because I think it came out as wine, if I'm correct.
That is what you wrote down, sir.
Wine. Okay. All right. So sorry you guys do not get a point, but let me stay with Deborah and Dominic. Dominic, stay on with us here now, because where was the first place you guys kissed? We're looking for the where. Where would that be?
First place that we kissed? Well, I had just been taking a shower and was putting my clothes on in the barracks, and all of a sudden I'm cornered, and yeah, I had no place to leave, so she kissed me, just there, just flat out kissed me
in the barracks.
In the barracks.
Very interesting how she got into the men's barracks, but she is a wild woman, I guess. Let's find out what she said.
I don't know either. I'll be honest.
Yeah, let's find out what she said. Deborah?
I said on the obstacle course in boot camp. You fell in the mud.
You were like two
Got all
pigs in a
dirty.
mud bath. So maybe your shower was in the mud, Dominic. Yeah, maybe your shower was in the mud. All right, well, let's now go to our second couple, Deborah Kaye and Keyshawn. So Keyshawn, where was the first place you guys kissed?
Well, it's actually a funny story, right? So there was a lot of noise coming from her cell and everything. And I'm like, I got to go check this out. I'm the one in charge. So I go by, I see she knocked out her cellmate. I'm like, you can't do this. And I was just kind of close to the cell. And I'm like, hey, you have to like clean it up, pick it up. Next thing I know, we're kissing through the bars right there in her cell.
Okay, we'll take it since it's a jail. We will take it. You still we'll get the point. She said it was actually in a line that she was, checking in. But that's okay. No big deal. The jail is still the jail. We'll take that. So go ahead and get a point for you guys. Let's go to Mijo and Andre. Andre, where's the first place you kissed?
Oh, it was very romantic because it was on the railing of the cruise ship. She was just watching the sea, and I approached her slowly, and like Jack and Rose. I'm like, do you trust me? You see, you're flying. You're flying. Look at that. And then I kissed her.
Mijo, what did you say?
No, that was in the bathroom. What are you talking about? Don't you remember?
Yeah, I know. I remember. I was trying to make up our memory because, okay, I must confess.
Well, now,
that was what I tried to do, but then I got some seasickness right away. It was kind of embarrassing, and then she took care of me, and she took me to the bathroom. It was really bad, but yeah.
Right. So she's going to make out with you after you threw up. That's wonderful. I don't even want to hear that. But listen, first of all, Mijo, okay, it was on the cruise ship, though, and he did say the cruise ship, right? Was it on the cruise ship?
Well, yeah, that was right.
Technically. Yeah. And technically, since he was peeing off the railing of the cruise ship, that was his bathroom, the ocean. So we'll give you the point, okay? But don't make out with him after he throws up. All right, so let's go to our final couple, Lynn and Julius. Lynn and Julius, let's figure out, what did Lynn say, Julius, where do you think the first kiss was?
It'd be easier if the question was, where haven't we had our first kiss? You see, when we first had our kiss, it was about for a 3-hour span. First, we started directly on top of my wheelchair. I just had my new glitter wheels, so it was a big conversation piece that night. A lot of women were on me, but she was the keeper. Then we progressed to the bar area. Then we went to the jacuzzi. Never go over there unless you mean business. But, I'd probably just say any and everywhere but the Golden Corral next door, because we built up quite an appetite after that first kiss.
Okay, so what What location was this again? The what?
All over the strip club, just everywhere.
The strip club. Okay, well, close enough. She said it was in the hallway of the strip club on the way to the bathroom. I don't know what it is with you men always wanting to go to the bathroom, but we'll find out later in the show. And now let's find out, take a commercial break from one of our sponsors. And here's Judy.
Yes, Kent. We have our proud sponsor, which give us what we need at this moment, is prison trained nannies. And their logo is sadistic, sarcastic, all your children needs.
Wow, prison nannies. Who would have ever thought? That would go really well with Keyshawn and Deborah Kaye if they ever have a baby. All right, well, listen, let's send out all the ladies now. Ladies, go bye-bye. And remember to turn the volume down, and I'll bring you back in this way. So we'll say goodbye to the ladies, and now we're going to ask the men what the ladies would think about questions we're going to ask them. So, guys, let's start with Julius. Julius, we'd like to ask the question, do you think she'd like to stay in or go out more? Is she a homebody, or does she like to go out more?
Definitely an extrovert. We went skydiving recently. I barely felt a thing from the waist down, but she had a blast. So outside,
that'd be
an outside person.
Kind of a weird landing for you, but hey, I guess you're a pretty adventurous guy. Okay, so outside. Okay, all right. Let's go now to Andre. Is Mijo stay home, homebody, or does she like to go out more?
She want me to take her out every night. I love to stay in, but yeah, she wants to. Yeah, it's pretty intense. I love her though. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's go to Keyshawn. Keyshawn, Deborah Kaye. Did she like to go out more or stay home more?
Oh, she used to have big dreams, and all of that stopped when she broke into her neighbor's house and beat all of them up. So that kind of like put a damper on her, and she's like, I hate it. As soon as I get out, I'm going all over the place. So we've talked about it. We're gonna travel and all this. She wants to go out all the time. Always outside.
Okay, sounds good. And now Dominic, what about Deborah S., your significant other? Does she like to stay home or go out more?
Extrovert. Yeah. I'm I'm more the one that wants to stay in.
Obviously in your barracks. Okay, well, let's go with the second question. Where is the weirdest place, Dominic, that you two made love? The weirdest place you two have ever made love?
We had sex in the lieutenant's office. I think it was solely so that she could get back at him. They used to date. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Lieutenant's
office is what we're looking for. Okay. Let's go now to Keyshawn. Keyshawn, where's the weirdest place you and Deborah Kaye have ever made love?
Yeah, so after we started dating, I got fired. So I was kind of out of a job, out of a place, to like out of money. So I moved back in with my mom, and sweet Deborah, she broke into my mom's house, and we did it right there in my childhood room, right there on my bed. Spider-Man poster.
Thank God it was your bed. If it was your mother's bed, I'd be very worried about you, Keyshawn. Okay, let's go now to Andre. Andre, where's the weirdest place you and Mijo have made love?
Actually, that day, the seasickness, we didn't only kiss. So I'd say the bathroom. Yeah, that's
the bathroom. So
yeah,
you guys like to have nasty sex after you throw up.
Yeah. I mean, she said, like, everybody is crazy about having sex on the plane. We are on a cruise ship. Let's do it on a cruise ship. And
okay,
like right here, like yes. And couldn't
so
say
that
no.
Wouldn't be the 40 mile. Would be like maybe the 40 foot. Okay, all right. Let's go now to Julius. Julius, where's the weirdest place you and Lynn ever made love? I'm afraid to hear this answer.
It was somewhere very quaint and beautiful. We first time we made love was at the DMV. A very long line. We have nothing else to do, so yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I've heard everything now. Let's bring them all in. Come on, bring them in and bring all these ladies back in. Let's see how well you guys think the same. All right. Let's start out with Julius and Lynn. Lynn, the question to you is, do you like to stay in or go out more? Unmute yourself. Unmute. That's great. I can't read
I'm
lips.
so sorry, dear. I
Okay.
love going out.
Okay.
And
Let's
he
find out what
knows
Julius says.
it.
Julius?
Well, you know I know you. Of course I said going out. Come on. Yeah, I love you, baby. Come on. Yeah, look at us. Come
I
on.
love you, honey.
That's us.
Okay, that's a little too much. I don't need to see that finger fuck. Okay. All right. Now let's go down to Andre and Mijo. Okay. So Andre and Mijo. So Andre and Mijo. Mijo, what would you say Andre said? You like to stay in or go out?
I know he knows me that I like to stay in.
What did he say?
Yeah, she's talking about the lockdown, of course, but that doesn't count. I mean, yeah, I love to stay in a little more, honey, but yeah, I mean, you want me to take you out at least 3 times per week. I know that from your perspective, that means staying in.
What is going on? Well,
okay. Well, listen, anybody who makes out with somebody after they throw up is, I would probably go out by myself. But anyway, let's now go to the next couple, which is Keyshawn and Deborah S. So, Keyshawn, what do you think, is it go in or go out? So, Deborah, what do you think he said? Do you like to go in or go out more?
Well, he knows me. I've been in the pen so long.
Keyshawn? Right. Deborah Kaye. I'm sorry, you were on the right one. Go ahead.
Okay.
So you say what
anyways, he knows that it would be go out because I've been in the pen so long. I need to get out of the house.
Okay. What would you say there, Keyshawn?
I know you so well. Of course you want to go out.
Oh, honey, I love you.
Okay, well, put another point there, and maybe you can have some more prison sex later. Okay, let's now go to Deborah. Deborah, okay, what do you think you say? Go in or go out? Stay in or get out more?
Well, some of our most memorable evenings have been spent in roadside bars, but he and I both prefer to stay in and work out.
Let's see what he said. What did he say?
I said outside.
Okay, well, I don't think you guys matched on that one, but Deborah, stay up for a second. I know that this marriage may not last. You may have to go back to Afghanistan. So now, where's the weirdest place you made love with him, Deborah? The weirdest place you and Dominic ever made love?
Underneath a mass truck. A mobile.
Underneath a truck?
A mobile army surgical unit truck.
Okay, let's see what he says.
I said the lieutenant's office.
How could? Oh.
Do you even love me?
He inferred that you had an affair with the lieutenant before him, and you wanted to go make love in the lieutenant's office. You guys are a mess. Okay, let's now go to Keyshawn and Deborah Kaye. Okay, Deborah Kaye, where is the weirdest place you two have made love?
Okay. I shouldn't tell anybody, but I'm gonna. It was right there in a dumpster behind the 7-Eleven.
Keyshawn?
See, I've been telling you, that's not that weird. I thought it was a lot weirder when you broke into my mom's house after I got fired for dating you. Remember?
I totally remember.
Stuff. Yeah.
Okay, let's go now to Mijo. What did Andre say? The weirdest place you've made love?
Oh, I know he said that right middle of the huge vineyard in South France.
A vineyard in South France. Let's see what he said.
No, I mean, but in the cruise, like we had multiple. I know I didn't feel well. It was pretty short, just a few minutes, but it was a legit one. The first one in the bathroom.
What
and
is
then
wrong with you?
Oh my God.
Sorry, I did my best.
You guys.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you might have. Yeah, Andre, that you might have gone into the stall by yourself and made love to yourself. I think that's what happened there. Don't just do not throw up on anybody. Yeah, you did your best. Okay, I hope all these newlyweds stay together. Let's go now to Lynn and Julius. So, Lynn, where is the weirdest place you and Julius have ever made love?
Well, it was around 2:00 in the morning, and we left our motel and went to Under the Boardwalk in Atlantic City.
Let's see what he said.
Okie doke.
You know what? I totally. That was the first time that we made love. I said the long line of the DMV, but that was just top on my bottom. But I didn't feel anything because once again I'm a paraplegic stripper.
So romantic.
Yeah, top.
You forgot.
Well, Deborah and Keyshawn are our grand prize winner, and Judy, tell them what they're gonna win.
Congratulations. And now you have the great, not one, but 2 awards. The first one is Stripper Finance Bootcamp. That's the only viable choice for career, and there's no string attached. The second one will be a lifetime supply of Joker's beer and wines. And he said only 50% of them will kill you. Ha ha ha. Congratulations. Good game.
Well, that has been the Newlywed Game. We thank all you couples and hope you'll make it through the end of the year. Okay, our next game we're going on to is an intervention. That's right. Andre has been a bad little boy. And now we're going to intervene on Andre, folks, because Andre, well, what he's done is he's borrowed money from all you folks, and he's never paid you back. So each one of you, he's borrowed whatever sum of money you will tell us. He promised to pay you back. He hasn't. We brought together some family members, maybe coworkers. If you guys can put up who you are right now, please, and let me know who all you guys are, so I know what the relationship you are to Andre. And make sure you're all muted, Dominic. Now this is our intervention into Andre. And Andre, let me talk to you for a second, Andre. So you have taken money from a lot of your friends, borrowed the money, and then not paid them back. And you thought we were having a little party for you today. Well, we're not having a party. We're bringing over all your little friends and your family members, maybe coworkers, neighbors, who are going to intervene with you right now because you owe people a lot of money. Okay? Thank God.
Is that what you're going to do? On my birthday? That's not fair. Wow. Okay. Come on, go ahead.
Well, your birthday is not technically for an hour and a half. That's when you were born. So, for the hour and a half up to your birthday, we're going to little intervention. So let's start out with your cousin. Okay, your cousin Slim. Slim, you want to talk about what he did to you?
Yeah, he stole my girl. I was at the liquor store one day and I come back home and there they were doing it on the couch. He's a drunkard.
Okay, so he stole your girl. So then he stole your girl and her money? Because this is all about him stealing money, not people.
Yeah, he stole my girl, her money, my money. She was my money because I prostituted her out.
Oh, this is a whole different story. Okay, so he took a prostitute and didn't pay her. He stole whatever from her, and then he stole the money that you and other people had made.
Yeah, she was my money maker.
Okay, so you're a pimp, and he stole all the money you could have made, and all the hookers' money that she made. Okay, Andre, do you have a response to that? That you stole the hookers' money and the?
It wasn't your girl, and you know that. And I don't know anything about the money. You put it on me. I don't know anything about that money, and it wasn't your girl. So stop it.
So you're a pimp now too, Andre. You're stealing prostitutes, their money, and making money off them.
Of course. I run a business. I mean, that's, and you know, cousin, you know that I run a business. Oh, stop. That's gross. That's gross.
All right, well, let's bring in Judy Lee. Judy Lee, can you state your relationship to Andre and what he did to you?
Yeah.
Judy.
Yeah, you remember me, huh?
Of course I do.
You do, huh? I don't remember you. Wait, you are the guy who stole my money. Okay, so Andre was a tenant on the street that was panhandling, and sometimes he gave me a couple bucks in good days. I have a drink sometimes, and then I thought I could trust him. One day, I had to go pee in the corner, and I put my money bin on the ground. And when I got back, now 10 seconds, I saw neither of them. And you know what I ate that night? I ate a cockroach. A cockroach I put in this bottle, and I drank it down. Andre, you are the fucking cockroach. Fuck you, man.
Oh. So, Andre, now you're stealing from homeless people?
No, it was an investment. It was an investment. I invested that money. You don't take care of your money. You don't. You go pee and you leave your money out there. It's a bad word outside. You should be thankful. You're really lucky that I take care of your money and I invest your money. Just trust me. Trust me. But you're terrible. You're terrible. And what's that bastard?
All right,
That's silly.
Let's go to Elton John. I don't know if this is the real Elton John. Let's find out what you took from Elton John. Elton?
Well, yes, I'm very glad to be here. So let me go ahead and start out by saying, Andre, you stole my heart. Many moons ago, we met at a club. I was looking for a muse, and you were there. And there you were, decadent, morsel, glistening in the light. And the first thing that came to me was, hold me closer, tiny dancer. But of course, you turned into a candle in the wind and blew away. You took everything from me. Of course, I was left with fame and fortune and a lot of accolades. And I'm now settled down with a baby, and I live in a palace. And I'm friends with the Queen of England as well. So I'm doing quite well. But yes, you are the one that got away. I hope you're happy with making me a successful, older, sophisticated artist.
Andre?
Shouldn't talk to me like that, because we were good friends. We had a good time. And I introduced you to that manager, that mate, you know. That was your break. And you know that. You know that.
Go fuck yourself.
No,
go fuck yourself. I don't want to hear it. Nope.
Come on, give me a break. Give me a break. Then now you're complaining for just, a few dollars. Oh, come on.
I'm Elton John. I'll talk to you ever I want to.
I needed
Well,
that.
at least he introduced you to Bernie Taupern, which is fantastic. All right, let's go to Mijo. Mijo, what money did he steal from you? What was his scam from you?
Well, actually, he did not steal from me, but from our hotel. He worked as a bell person at our hotel in New York City, which he stayed only for a week and he got fired. But I know, and we know, that you took a couple of up to thousands And we will find you like I did today. Wherever you go, we'll find you.
Andre?
And what do you say?
Come on, fire me? Fire me? I quit because I ran a business. Nobody fired me. Come on. Fire me? That's pretty offensive. That's pretty offensive.
Oh no.
Fire me.
We'll follow wherever you go till we get our money back.
I'm here.
All right.
I'm here. Come on. I don't have to hide. I don't need to hide, okay?
All right.
Not scared at all.
Let's bring Lynn in. Lynn, what's your squabble with what did he steal from you? What kind of money?
Well, he is such a cheap bastard. We lived together because he's my ex-fiance, and he stole all of the rent money and squabbled it away on heroin. I can't believe it. How could you do that to me? How dare you? How dare you, Andre? What's your excuse?
Can you? I love to explain that. I can explain it. Like maybe, I don't know. Are you free? Like after this tonight, we can talk.
No,
have dinner.
because I have a new man. I don't need you anymore.
Who's that? Who's that? Do I know him?
It's none of your BI business, buddy.
Who's that? None of my business.
Right. It's too late. It's too late, baby. Now it's too late.
Come on. We need to talk.
No, you do not. I can't stand this.
No, I don't think you'll be talking.
You're a thief.
Let's go now to Andre's less attractive brother, which is kind of a weird term that you considered your brother to be less attractive. No wonder he got that little upset at you. So what's up with you? What did he do to you?
First of all, I just want to say fuck you, Andre. Okay? Got men, women, Elton John. You've been intimate with Elton John, for fuck's sake? Huh? All I've wanted is to have power inside of my body, you know? Inside of the way that I feel. But I don't have that. That's why I was going to go to Trinidad to buy implants for my muscles so that I could be just on a little bit of a level as you. And guess what? That money that I saved up, gone. Fucking gone. And I don't know anybody else who wants to take that money. You're the only person that knew about that money. Andre, la porra, huh? La porra.
Mom?
All I want to do is look like you. It's from a place of admitting my vulnerability, and all you want to do is just thrash it. La porra, huh?
Mom? Can you please talk to your son? Yeah. No, not me. The other one. Yeah, he's still bothering me.
Oh, I'm just the other one to you. Is that it? I'm just the other one to you.
Yeah, still. He's so close
Okay.
by me, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Andre, we got to bring you back here. We got to bring you back. Thank you, less attractive brother. He's obviously very angry with you. We're going to end with, we have one last person, the little kid at the arcade. You took his money. Let's hear his story.
Yeah, I'm not that little. First off, I'm 14 years old. But yes, I thought you were so cool, man. I was just playing Tekken. You walked in and you're like, hey man, I've been playing that since before you were born. I'm like, dude, I'm not that young. But then you showed me this cool move. I was like, yo, let's play together. Then you started losing, but you're like, no, I promise I'm good. And I gave you a couple of my quarters. You know how many lawns I had to cut for those quarters? That was my whole Saturday. My whole Saturday, man. And you sucked. And you never paid me back. And I was like, no, he's a cool guy. He'll get back. But after hearing everybody, you suck. You're horrible.
Andre, you could be horrible. You want to talk about this problem you have?
Who are you?
No, you forgot.
The kid like, oh really? Hey, you grew up. You grew up, kid. Great. Oh, by the way, I still saved. Yeah, just you see, this is some of your quarters. Because, I'm kind of superstitious. Because that day like sucked. But the day after, I made a lot of money with the save game. Thank you. This is,
You lost like 20 games. You owe me so much money.
Oh, I'm still thinking about that money. Take it easy. You're so young,
Well, Andre, I'm beginning to think all these folks we brought here today, it did not help you at all. You're going to keep going down the path of destruction, keep scamming your friends and relatives and coworkers, anybody you run into, including little baby kids. You screwed your brother, your ex, all your friends, your coworkers at the hotel, and your cousin. And Judy, the impoverished little kid, you're stealing from homeless people. You're an awful human being. And Elton John, he's the only good story out of it because you helped get his career off the ground. And thank God he's got money. Don't try and get it from him. This has been our intervention of Andre.
Fuck you, Andre.
All right, we're going to move on now. Thank you, guys. We'll move on to Superstitions. So I need Judy and Lynn and Dominic and Deborah S. I don't know what happened to Deborah S. I see her D out there, but I don't know if she's back. Is she going to come? Oh, there she is. I thought she had left us. That's why I didn't call you into that game. All right, so I need to have just these 4 people, Judy, Lynn, Dominic, and Deborah. Everybody else can minimize themselves. Andre and cousin Slim. Okay, so Judy, yours is Broken Mirror, gives you 7 years bad luck. So you obviously Broken Mirror is giving you 7 years bad luck. So if you want to put that up, Broken Mirror, you can stay on camera if you'd like. Lynn, yours is a rabbit's foot. You think you always have to carry around a rabbit's foot to get good luck, okay? Dominic, if you step on a crack, you're going to break your mother's back. So just why don't you just put step on crack if you can type that in. And Deborah's, yours is black cats. Black cats, very superstitious of those. Okay, welcome to our TV show Superstitions. I have 4 unique people, each with a different superstition. And we're going to try and find out why they're superstitious about these particular ideas. So let's start with Judy Lee first. Apparently she broke a mirror and got 7 years bad luck. And Judy, can you tell us about that?
Yes, Kent. It's not just 7 years. It's almost to life, but there's certain steps. Pardon me. I just broke a mirror like 6.5 years ago. I'm still counting that down. But it started as a family curse. When we were investing in land, we found this well, and there's a mirror covered. The mirror is face down, covered the well. And we broke the mirror to get to the well to check what's going on. Ever since that happened, all my family died except for me. And the only way I survived is by just surrounding myself with paper, nothing reflecting. You can see this here. I haven't went to a salon or any place that I can see my own reflection in fear of seeing that ghost that killed my family.
Wow.
Now,
when's the last time you actually looked in a mirror?
I don't remember. The last time is probably when I was really, really, really young. I don't know what I look like.
You have a half a year left.
Yes.
What's the worst thing that's happened to you, say, today?
Today, I choked on my breakfast, and I have to go to the emergency room, and I caught COVID. And now I'm bedridden and lost my job.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Well, the good news is it's a stand-up bed, at least. That's not so bad. All right, let's go to Dominic. So, Dominic, you say if you step on a crack, you're going to break your mother's back. Did that really actually happen?
Yeah, it did, unfortunately. When I was about 10, I had this crazy fascination with depth perception. So I would walk down the street and I would see cracks, and I would try to walk perfectly along cracks. Well, not cracks, but creases inside of the street. And so there was this diagonal line, basically a crack. That's what I'd say that it is. And I stepped on it, and about 10 minutes later, I found out that my mom, well, she was attempting to bungee jump off the Transamerica building in San Francisco, and she fell right on a crack, actually, in the middle of a street. So her back landed on.
Now wait a minute, hold on. I don't think the two are related. So you step on a crack and you break your mother's back, but she's bungee jumping off the Transamerica Pyramid. Maybe that's what broke her back. Did you ever think of that?
My mom is a pro too. Done it about 15 times. Never once broken a bone. Never once. She's a professional.
Okay. So how is your mother now?
Well, she's dead. Yeah, she died from that.
God. Jeez, these are terrible stories. So your mother died from the leap off the Transamerica Pyramid because you stepped on a crack. Judy wiped out her entire family because of the broken mirror on a well. Well, let's go find out what's happening with Lynn, who believes if she carries a rabbit foot around, she'll have good luck. Lynn, can you talk about your rabbit foot and good luck?
Well, my little rabbit's foot is orange because it's around Halloween. And I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. So I need to always carry my orange rabbit's foot around with me, especially in October and especially around October 31st because it's Halloween. I need it. I can't live without it. But I can't.
So you've got an orange one for Halloween. You've got an orange one. What happens after Halloween? What kind of rabbit foot do you have then?
Well, then I use the red one for Thanksgiving because I have all different color rabbit's foots for every holiday because I love rabbit. And they're so furry. And I love to pet my little rabbit's foot too because I like to go to sleep with it at night because it feels so furry. I love it.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Let's say you didn't have a rabbit foot on you. What bad things happen to you?
Well, I lose my mind and I go ballistic. I need that rabbit's foot. It's my good luck charm. And I just go crazy if I can't find it.
Okay. Do you think you might be crazy with or without the rabbit foot? You sound like you're a little unstable.
No. I believe totally I need my rabbit's foot to live my life every day. Every single day. I need that foot with me.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go now to the black cat lady. Since she brought up Halloween, black cats are notoriously very superstitious around the Halloween time. Can you tell us what happens when you see a black cat?
Well, I'm taking in all these terrible stories, and I can't help but think that all of you would be lucky, or I would be lucky, rather, to have your experiences. Every time I've ever seen a black cat, something dreadful has happened. Yesterday, I saw a black cat broke this nail. Last month, a black cat crossed my path and I did not get a promotion. The day before that, I was in Starbucks. They spelled my name wrong on the cup. And there was a cat.
Right. Okay. So they spell your name wrong. That's not going to change the coffee. I don't consider that bad luck.
Your name is a syllable. No one spells your name incorrect. But my name has 3 syllables. It's
I see.
Upsetting.
Okay. Well, this has just been a sample of 4 people with their superstitions. So if you have a superstition, call in the show and we'll get you on our show next week. We're going to move on to a game called Turn Up the Volume. Thank you, cast members. Let's go to Julius and Deborah Kaye. And this particular game is they have a mute button, as you've seen earlier in the show and throughout the show. They have mute and unmute. So we're going to put them in a really bad breakup. They had a very bad relationship. Something's breaking them up right now. We're going to get to hear part of it, but they can mute and unmute themselves freely. So we'll just pick up pieces of the conversation. Let's hear it right now, the bad breakup, starting with Julius.
Hey, Deborah. So I was hoping I could let you know something. So recently, if your foot was just the right proportion, I think things would be different.
My foot fits well up your ass. I just want you to know that. And it's not always about you.
Duly noted. But I'll let you know one thing. If you we're talking this size.
Well, baby, if we're talking size, let's talk about your... And I don't even like it.
You must be talking about my pinky toe. But let me tell you something. That pinky toe, when you saw it, you said going to be very unapologetic about it. I'm very, very, very unapologetic about it.
Well, I won't ride your pinky toe, and I won't ride your ugly old... You're not fit, and you're ugly.
Okay. Wow. You know what? You got enough thing coming if you think you're going to talk. I think we can make it work.
Okay, I hope you can. Let's turn up the volume. Thank you, too. All right, we're moving on now to the crisis hotline. I'm a crisis operator. I've got three people. Let's bring in the three players, Mijo, Keyshawn, and Andre. Keyshawn, yours is you have parents want to kick you out of the house, okay? You've been living in the house way too long. They want to get you out. Mijo, you refuse to wear a mask. You can't wear a mask. They just bother you too much, so you will not wear a mask. And Andre, you have fear of going outside. Okay, fear of going outside. Okay, so I'm going to minimize all three of you and then bring one of you back into the room. So go ahead and minimize yourself, guys. Okay, and we'll know what it is. Yeah, minimize right out of the room. There you go, Andre. Don't steal anything from me on the way out. Okay. Hi, welcome to our crisis hotline. We have three crisis callers. I'm going to try and spend about a minute with each one and see if I can straighten them out. Let's first bring in Keyshawn. His parents want to kick him out of the house. So, Keyshawn, tell me a little bit about this. What bothers you about leaving your house? Your parents kicking you out?
No, they hate me. Okay, when I've been growing up in this house my whole life, and they've always told me, oh, you can be anything. Oh, follow your dreams. Oh, you're still here. You're 25. When's the last time you looked for a job or something? I'm just trying. I'm doing my best every day, and they give me no support. That's the whole thing.
Okay,
so they want to kick me out. They want me on the streets.
Okay. So you're doing your best every day. Tell me what you did today that was your very best.
Okay. Well, my mom, she left for work. My dad, he went to go chop down the tree because he said it's causing this big shadow, birds, wasp nests, and all that stuff. And I'm like, cool, I'll be here. And I've been watching the house for them because if someone wasn't here, someone could easily break in, take everything. No one is here to do that except for me. So come on.
So it sounds like you're not going out to even looking for a job. You're making excuses to stay in the house. So what we're going to do is we're going to send over the want ads to you. And we're going to give you 20 different jobs, set up the interviews for you. Tomorrow, you're going to go out on these interviews. We're going to provide you with a suit and a tie, make you look good. We're going to do your hair and makeup, and you're going to go out. We have an Uber driver who's legal, who will be able to take you to each one of these job interviews. And if you do not land one of those job interviews, then you deserve to live on the street. Thank you. Get this guy off the line. Let's bring in the next caller. The next caller can't wear a mask, and she knows that she should be wearing a mask, so let's confront her about this. So, Mijo, you refuse to wear a mask. Why is that? Mijo?
It would cover my face.
Right. I know you have a lovely face, but don't you think you should do that for the health of yourself and other people?
Oh, no. No offense, but even Mr. President is not wearing mask. I'm not going to wear mask. It's going to cover my face. It would ruin my makeup.
Well, you know, the president did get COVID.
Well, but I am not. Well, I'm not going to wear my mask.
So, okay. So you go into public places with lots of people not wearing a mask. How do people react to you?
Well, they look at me and, you know, give me dirty looks, but I'm okay with that. I'd rather not wear a mask.
Oh.
It's against my policy.
Okay. All right. We're going to send over a surgeon to your house who's going to surgically put your lips together and close your nose so you won't be able to breathe. We'll put a tube in so that way you won't have to wear a mask. You won't be able to talk and you won't be able to breathe through your nose, but through the tube you will, and the tube will be COVID free. That's one choice. The other choice is we can send a doctor over there and shoot you up with COVID so we don't have to worry about you. You'll be immune to COVID for the future. Well, what would you like?
You know what? Maybe I will start wearing mask.
Good. I knew that would work. Okay, let's get the next caller up there. This guy's got a fear of going outside, just doesn't want to leave his house. His name is Andre. Let's find out why he doesn't want to leave his house. Andre, what's the problem here? Andre, I barely can see you.
Yeah, okay. I usually like the window closed, you know. There's a lot of people outside. Makes me a little anxious right now. Yeah, I heard.
When's the last time you've been outside?
What time is it now? It's like, oh yeah, it's 16 years ago.
16 years you haven't been outside.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is what we're going to do to you. We're going to bring a demolition crew over to the house. They're going to start ripping down your walls. Okay.
How many?
Forcing you to be outside. You will be outside and you'll be nowhere to go inside anymore because we're going to fill up your underground bunker that's underneath your house, which we've heard about. So that's what's going to happen. Then we're going to put you on a horse and we're going to tie you to the horse and you're going to go down to drive through Central Square and then into Central Park in New York, and you have to ride that horse through the park, okay? So get ready. The demolition crew should be outside your house in about 2 minutes. Thank you very much, Andre. It was really good talking with you. I hope I helped solve your problem. All right, cut him off the air. Bye-bye. All right, this has been our crisis hotline. If you have a crisis, call us. We might have some drastic ways to get you out of your crisis, but it will certainly work. Our final game today is called Preachers. Let's bring in all the preachers in here, all of them. Come on in, and I'm going to give them what to preach about today. All right, so let's start off with Keyshawn. Keyshawn, you're going to preach about bicycles, so go ahead and put that up. Bicycles, are they good or are they bad? Mijo, you're going to talk about straws. Should we have straws? Are they good or are they bad? Andre, yours is going to be board games. Board games, like people play Monopoly and stuff. Are they good or are they bad? Judy Lee, you're going to be talking about clocks. Do we really need clocks or watches? Okay, and let's bring up Cousin Slim. You might want to change that back to Deborah Kaye, Cousin Slim. Yours is sugar. Sugar, okay? So now you change that to sugar. All right, Julius. Bow ties, Julius. You hate bow ties or maybe you love bow ties. That's up to you as a preacher. All right. Dominic, yours is action figures, little plastic action figures. Do you like them or do you not? Okay, and our final, we have Lynn. Lynn, yours is going to be hats. And Deborah, you get fast food. But what you're going to do is eventually sell McDonald's. Okay? You're going to turn it into a commercial for McDonald's. So the goods and evils of fast foods, but it will turn into a commercial for McDonald's. All right, welcome to our preachers. I have 9 different preachers. Each one of them will get about 30 seconds, 40 seconds max to preach. Do you like this? Or is it the devil? Or is it from God? Good or evil? Let's start out with Judy Lee and clocks.
Praise be our Lord. I think we all know that clocks is the invention of the devil. What is this? This is a phone. And what do you use it for? Checking the time and making plans. God has planned for you, my children. And you don't need that device to tell you where you're going to be, what you're going to do. And also time reminds us of our aging. And the next thing we do, we go buy whatever they show on TV in order to feel younger, happier, where all you need is inside you. Your process is God's process. And my children, don't let the commercialism ruin God's plan for you. Throw away the clocks. There's no time but the time to pray.
Thank you, Preacher Judy Lee. Now let's go to Preacher Keyshawn with bicycles.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. May the church say amen. Oh, my goodness. The good book is speaking to me today. All right, so y'all know. Let's turn to the chapter in the book. You already know, 10 Commandments. What does that say? He said, "Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not steal." Now, how many of you have a bicycle? A lot of you? I had a bicycle, and it got stolen. You know what I did? I prayed to the good Lord. I said, Lord, why did my bike get stolen? He said it tempts everybody. Bicycles, they're put there as a test for us. And if you see a bicycle and you steal it, you fail the test. Church, do y'all hear me today? Do y'all hear me today? Y'all see a bike.
Thank you, Preacher Keyshawn. We definitely hear you. Let's go to Preacher Lynn and hats. Are they good or are they evil?
Oh, I love my hats. I will say to my crowd of congregants, you must always have a hat. You must always wear a hat when you go to church or your synagogue because it is religious to protect your head. Hats are beautiful. You see this beautiful red hat? Well, I bought this at Lord & Taylor. And unfortunately, Lord & Taylor is going out of business. So we need to buy more hats so we can maintain the department stores. We need the economy to go. We need to buy hats. We need hats.
Thank you, Preacher Lynn. That was very motivating. Let's now go to Andre and board games. Go, Preacher Andre.
Board games are really dangerous, are really evil. They should be banished for good. You don't want your kids to learn. Let's take Monopoly. Take advantage of Uncle Joe or their friends, let him broke. Is that what you want? Even chess. You teach your kids to eat a horse, to eat a queen? What is that? That's sick. That's sick. And not talking about risk. So making war, conquer the world. You want to grow little Nazis? They are dangerous. Don't do board games. Just go outside and have fun. They are really.
Thank you, Preacher Andre. Now let's go over to Preacher Deborah, Kaye, and sugar.
Can I get an amen about sugar?
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah. I like me some sugar in my tea. I like sugar on my cereal. And I like sugar with my man.
All right. Thank you, Preacher Deborah, Kaye. Let's go now to Preacher Julius and bow ties.
Hello, congregation. How are you all doing this fine, lovely evening? If we could turn our books to chapter Leviticus, book St. John Baptist Church, the First Episcopal. And here he tells you that he who shall look like a bum will not be welcome in the holy household. You know what he's trying to tell us? You know what he's trying to tell us? See, if you don't have the equipped ability to look the part, how can you be the part? Let me tell you, give me the part. With a bow tie. Bow ties are the essentiality to life, to nurture. This is what God wants. So you need a bow tie. You see, bow ties wouldn't be so important. See, why did they even make a bow tie pasta? Because bow ties are essential. It's needed. It's necessity. Please include it in your life. Include it with your wife and kids. Run and tell your neighbors, your family, your friends. Even turn your cheeks. Because let me tell you something. When you see someone and they don't have a bow tie, you look them dead in the eye and say you're going straight to hell because of Jesus.
Oh my God, that was very motivating, Preacher Julius. Now let's go to Preacher Mijo and straws.
Hi, let me tell you how important the straws are. If I may, well, today, when you leave this room, you are not going to be able to live without straws. You know, the Starbucks, they started making paper straws, so these plastics are gone. Well, some may say no plastic, but if you do, like in Asia, we have our own chopsticks. We're going to start making your own straws. So you can bring anywhere you go, to any shops, anywhere, you can just use your own straw. So now everybody needs straws. Back to you.
Thank you, Preacher Mijo. Let's go to Preacher Dominic and action figures.
Yes, now, before we start this service as a congregation, can everybody say, Dominic is our Lord and Savior, Christ is nearest, and President of the United States.
We said that in our brains. Go ahead.
Thank you. Now, church announcement. If I see any AFs, meaning He-Man, World Wrestling Entertainment action figures, Barbie dolls, Ken dolls, anything showing a human nipple will suffer serious consequences from the congregation. Now, does everybody understand me?
I think we do, Preacher Dominic. Yes, we understand you fully. You're talking a little slow. You've already gone on 17 minutes. We're moving on now to Preacher Deborah for our final preacher about fast food.
I'm here today to talk to you about joy. I'm here today to talk to you about love. And I'm here today to talk to you about burgers, Diet Coke, the coldest Diet Coke in the world. Can we all say Diet Coke? Let's all.
Oh, I think you muted yourself, Preacher. There you go. Keep going. No.
Let's all say Diet Coke together. I'll say it to myself. It's joy. It's love. And you know what now? My brother-in-law, he bought himself a new restaurant. And that restaurant represents what? Joy, love, Diet Coke. And if you all go there after today's service, I will be most grateful. And then I will feel some joy and love, and we'll all have a Diet Coke together. All right, everybody, I want you to go out into the world and give love to your fellow humans. I want you to take care of the animals, and I want you to stop by the McDonald's on Highway 54, and I want you to buy the biggest Big Mac meal you can ever buy, and I want you to thank the Lord above for the joy and the love of having a Diet Coke and a Happy Meal.
Thank you to all my preachers. You are inspiring, just like our show. That's the LA Connections Virtual Improv Show. Let's introduce our cast one more time. Judy Lee.
Sup?
Mijo.
All right.
Andre.
Ciao.
Keyshawn.
Hello, or goodbye.
Deborah Kaye.
Thanks for joining us.
Julius.
Thanks for having me.
Dominic.
Thank you. Hope you all enjoyed.
Lynn. And Deborah Fast Food.
Goodbye, darling.
I'm Ken Scove. This has been our virtual adult improv show. This team will be back in 1 month with all new stuff. Everybody wave goodbye to everybody.